But people don't like to come to the hospital as much as we advise them to. So why don't we come to the communities, educate them, speak to them in a language that they understand, do screenings, test them, and let them know what their numbers mean. Because knowing your numbers can save your life. This project was birthed from a personal event that happened to me a couple years ago when I was diagnosed with diabetes. And I found the need to educate people on what diabetes is, what are the signs and symptoms that you may not pay attention to and just think it's nothing. I've also learned through my time in medical school and as a medical doctor practicing that early detection and prevention is key to avoiding complications that may cost a life.
One morning, my daughter woke up and said, her mouth is feeling bitter. Please, Mom, can you get me something sweet to take when on your way back from work? Before I could get back from work, I thought she started throwing up. She was throwing up and it wasn't stopping. So we decided to take her to the health center that was close to us. Getting to the health center, you know, after losing so much fluid, the first thing they felt to do was to put her on drip and also give her drugs that will help to stop the vomiting. They did all they could. It wasn't stopping. Couldn't find her the first day, the second day. By the second day, my daughter was hallucinating. I was losing her. I remember praying to God that night that if He can just take us through the night, in the morning, I'm going to take her away from the health center and take her to the hospital. And when we finally got to the hospital, she was almost unconscious. The doctors, about 10 consultants around about her, and the diagnosis was autoimmune diabetes type 1. Strange, at a young age, why would a young girl who is the most disciplined among my children? I remember that years before then, she doesn't take fizzy drinks, she doesn't take anything sugar. She's the most health conscious, exercise freak daughter that I have. So where did it come from? The only type of diabetes I know was type 2, which is lifestyle. But this, she was in coma for 5 days. She finally came out. And those conversations, thank God she's a medical doctor, those conversations came up and we got to find out that it doesn't matter how healthy you look. It is important that you know your numbers. The Oboli Foundation was formed, where each year, 2-3 times a year, we go into communities to see that we give them free health checks, free health care education, and medication at that point, recommendation also that will help them be healthy. We see that people are too busy sometimes to go to the hospital. Some of this community, because of funds, they cannot afford to eat. Then talk of spending money to go to health centers. Even when the health centers are there. Some of them can't afford. So the Oboli Foundation is to bridge an immediate gap where we come to these communities, educate them about the need for them to take their health seriously, because as women, you need your health to take care of your children. As fathers, you need your health to be able to provide for your family. As young people, you need your health to be able to fulfill your dreams.
We've seen cases of diabetes in children 1 year old. And so we come to the community. We screen the children, we screen the women, we screen the men, the young, the elderly. We check their blood pressure. A lot of them might be carrying a lot of them might have other conditions they don't know about. We screen them, we talk to them, we teach them, and then we follow up.
In Shibiri is my community. I'm a volunteer here at the Community Development Programs. So it's approved for me by the Gomo of Kuje. And I'm so happy. Today I have an NGO who is here in Shibiri to do an outreach on health awareness on diabetes. Yes, it's diabetic testing, creating awareness on diabetes, and it's a very something that I'm so passionate about. Remember, your health is wealth, and you know, diabetes is one of the things that there's so many misconceptions about diabetes as a ailment, and it's something that, yes, if it's not well managed, it's very dangerous. But creating awareness today, making sure that everybody is aware of it, is one of the greatest things. I think it's one of the greatest gifts I've gotten this year, and I'm so happy about it.
So if your blood pressure is more than 120/8, it's more than 140/90, then you have high blood pressure.
In an gwada hawan jini ya wuce 120 da kuma 80 to kenan kuna da hawan jini.
So all of that, high sugar, high blood pressure, we'll check it today.
To yau za mu duba hawan jini da kuma sukarin cikin jini.
So what can you do? You can reduce the amount of salt and sugar that you take.
To abinda za ku shi ne za ku rage cin gishiri da sugar.
So 1 hour into the outreach, I am amazed. The first 20 people that we screened were turning out with high blood pressure numbers. And I kept asking myself, what is going on? Are we not recording well? But then we had to do a second reading and those numbers were confirmed. So there is a lot of education that needs to be done in this community. Some of them are known hypertensives, and maybe like 10 years ago they were placed on medications, or because they don't have the funds, they've not been able to buy medications again. So we're here giving medications and giving support, but we know that it doesn't end there. And we're also referring them to the primary healthcare center here so that they can get the further help and further follow-up that they need. In this outreach, we gave them this pamphlet that talks about, you know, what diabetes is, what is high blood pressure, what are the numbers that, you know, we've shown you today. We show them the numbers, what is normal and what is concerning, so that they could go read about this more. We've translated this from English to Hausa as well, so that, you know, for those who can read, they give their children who can explain this to them. They say this is helpful because now they know what to look out for. But what I would say is, it is very important that they know their numbers. Some of them need that support. Some of them, they need those medications. They need the follow-up. It's not just by doing the outreach, but how are we empowering them to take care of their health? Some of them are also not able to reduce the amount of salt in their food. We tell them reduce salt, we tell them take fruit, we tell them take vegetables. Some of them don't have that. And so we're just encouraging them. It doesn't have to be a big fancy meal, just something small. A little ugu here, a little bitter leaf here goes a long way in helping them. A little exercise. You know, those who are farmers are in high activity, but we have some of the housewives that don't do that. And so we're encouraging them to move around. These numbers need to come down. You're too young. Even at 45, you're young. You're too young to be dealing with this. And a lot of them are very encouraged. And we hope that the next time we come to this community for follow-up, we would see better numbers with them.
And today has been an amazing day. Coming into the community, seeing lots of people from the young, old, and being able to offer some level of service, checking through their blood pressure, their glucose level. the experience has been wonderful, I would say. And overall, within this community, the children community, we've seen that we've had some level of elevated blood pressure amongst the residents. And this is owing to the fact that a good number of them have not been diagnosed of this condition, and a good number of them have not been on medications. But we've been able to render some assistance to them to the best of our ability. We've been able to refer some cases and encourage them to have regular follow-ups and checkups on their blood pressure. So overall, today our experience has been wonderful, and we believe we will do more and more of this and be able to help the community even at large.
Most of them that came were normal indigenous cases. There are cases where we referred them to see specialists. I know of a case that was required that required them seeing the particular patient seeing a gastroenterologist. You understand? And another case that required them seeing the patient seeing a cardiologist. So in those cases, we refer them to the closest either tertiary hospital or secondary hospital, as the case may be, depending on the case that was presented to us. And then we've been dispensing to them and advising them on how to take their medication and adjustment of lifestyle to fit the therapy plan we've given to them.
It has been a success over here. The outreach was massive and people really turned out, especially elderly patients. Their sugar level were a bit high. As for the youth among them, theirs were on a normal range. Basically, a lot of people got free medical checkups and also medications. So totally it was worth spending time with them.
Yes, they advised me that my blood pressure is too high, that I should do some salt intake so that it will level my blood pressure, so that the blood pressure should not be higher again. So I should reduce taking of salt. That is what they tell me. Yes, I will listen to what they tell me, because if at all I should carry myself, go to any laboratory for test, I know what I will spend. But today it's free. They did the test free for me and I was very happy. They prescribed some drugs for me that they are not available here. The ones that are available here, they give me free.
So I heard that they are giving free drugs and my baby has eye problem. So I'm not okay with it. I said, let me come, and when I come, they attended me. I'm very happy they give me these drugs. I should be giving her. Then when it finished, they wrote another one for me. I should go to pharmacy and buy it. And I should be applying on the eye. For the meantime, it will stop. Yes, I come and they done my own, but my own is, everything is okay. And I'm very happy that I did not have any.
They tell me I have hypertension and my eye sometimes they high. Sometimes it will go down. They tell me I can drop like a fruit this lemon, balaba, and that banana. I don't have to well now. But this one is what they see. At the one for General Hospital, this one reached 1,000 or 2,000. You know, so they go hospital every day, but I not get money now. I never go again. No money.
They do tests. They do everything before they give me medicine. Truth, because they give us this medicine. I have many sickness for my body, but they care the sick. They give me the medicine that I should keep the sickness where they for my body.
What we hope to achieve with this is that more Nigerians, more people in the community are aware about their health. They know what to look out for. They know the signs to look out for. They know when to go to the hospital immediately. And also their compliance with the medications that they're placed on. This promotes a healthier community, promotes a healthier society, and at large, a healthier world.
So Oboli Foundation bridged the gaps through our community outreaches, where we have a group of doctors, nurses, pharmacists, and other volunteers who come together to offer the free health education. They also do consultation for them. They also do the checks and make sure they all have their numbers. When we talk about numbers, we're talking about what's your BP, you know your BP. Some of them don't know their heights, so we also help to give those information. They need to know the status, you know, of their health in general. In most cases, some of the outreaches we have done, I remember the case that touched my heart so much was a child, a young boy that about 15, but he's looking 10, started growth. And after the checks, we found out that the young boy has diabetes. And a case that was starting his growth, and they never knew. Because not every sign, not everybody that is plump, that is obese, has diabetes. So we got to find this out, and we're able to help the parents. And many other cases where feedbacks have been, if you didn't come, we wouldn't know. I remember when we went to Apo Mechanic village. At Apo Mechanic village, we had a case of almost all of them having high BP. Blood pressure was high, the sugar level, many of them had high sugar level. So they were all falling sick one way or the other. Headaches, they just pop in, you know, self-medication. And what were the complaints? They didn't have time to go to the hospital. So you find somebody not well today, pop up some drugs, come because they need to make money, they were there. And it was such an experience for us to be able to offer over 500 persons in that community with simple checks and medication. And we encourage them to please keep going back to the hospitals to get those checks. So our health is important. If you're not healthy, you cannot be wealthy. You cannot fulfill those dreams. Even when you are wealthy, you can't enjoy your wealth without good health. So Oboli Foundation was born out of a concern to see that people take their health seriously. And if they don't have that opportunity, especially in communities like this that are hard to reach, we try ourselves, no matter the hours to travel, do our best to meet those communities and meet their health needs.
Foreign can aid organizations like TOFHI in reaching out to rural areas that cannot reach, that cannot get on their own these basic drug products. We find out that most of the people that are presented here cannot even go to the pharmacy to get some of their some drugs for themselves. So we think the both governmental and non-governmental organizations have a serious role to play in helping organizations like this in reaching out to people in the rural areas.
We'd like to appeal to the government to do more in terms of financial aids, reaching out to places like this, communities like this that might have limited access to healthcare. So it will be necessary, it will be lovely to have the government support in whatsoever way necessary, especially with funding and also in equipping our primary healthcare centers. This will go a long way in helping these communities have access to some of this healthcare we spoke about, or some of these checks, the regular checks, and even the medication, especially for the elderly that are unable to be able to purchase these medications regularly. It will be necessary for them to receive this assistance.
Right now, we are self-sponsored. For the past 3 years, we've been running this program. We're self-sponsored. And when I mean self-sponsored, our monies, our friends and families who contribute one thing or the other. Then we have the amazing volunteers, the doctors, the pharmacists, the nurses, who give freely their services in these communities. So yes, right now we are. But it's an experience for us because you can't go to someone and ask for something without showing something that you have done. And I think we have gotten to that stage with what we have done, and we keep doing it right, learning the ropes. I know that when we come knocking at doors, when we come sending our letters and our proposals to the big organization, they will earnestly see our hearts and see what contribution the Oboli Health Foundation is doing to bridge those gaps. Community outreach. It's not about the big cities, but it's about the not reachable communities that are far away and people are not being able to reach them. So we are here and we're going to be soliciting, we're going to be coming to you, and if you're watching this and you think you have what it is and you know the contacts and you know people, we are ready to work with you for assets, and we're also ready to work with you to see that we're able to do much more. Like today, if we have all the resources, why not? The whole community will be our target. But we can only do what we can afford to do, but we will also do our best. So right now we're self-sponsors, but we are open, honestly, to look at other people, other NGOs, other organizations that are also doing things like this, and they don't have the platforms that we have. Why not? We're ready to partner with even the communities that want us to come, you know, so that we can work together with them.
Thank you. God bless.
I'll just let them say thank you for them. God will bless them.
Thanks, Oboli Foundation, for their initiative.
Oh, my volunteers are amazing. This wouldn't be able to happen without them. And I'm so grateful that, you know, they are here today. They're also encouraged to keep testing. They see the need of consent screening in communities, and they're here to just help out and, you know, give all the support they can to humanity and to this community. So to my volunteers, to everyone who, you know, contributed, donated, supported us, I want to say thank you very much. This wouldn't have been possible without your support. And the Oboli Foundation for Health and Inclusion, we are truly, truly, truly appreciative, and we hope to work with you more in the future to make a better change, create a better world for all.
So my final word is, it's important you know your numbers. Please go for constant check. Check your sugar level. I remember after this incident happened, if somebody tells me they are feeling headache, are feeling weak, I say, have you checked your sugar level? I've had that cause to also save some lives, because immediately I found that either their sugar is too low or it's too high. I'm able to, on my own layman, be able to offer first aid. But it's important that you know what to do when these cases come and you check your numbers. Go for constant checks. This is Diabetes Week, go for constant check. Mental health, go for constant check. Whatever you're feeling, let's reduce self-medication. Always consult the doctor to know exactly what is wrong. Always do your tests every time. Go for your yearly check so that you can be healthy. Because as you know, health is wealth. Thank you.
At the end of the day, we have seen that today is more than a medical outreach. We saw a lot of hypertensive cases, we saw very few diabetes cases, but we also saw conditions of people suffering from severe chest pain, people who have problems with their sight and find it difficult to see. The tertiary institution is a bit far from them, and so they haven't had their eyes checked. They don't have the resources to get glasses or do the necessary things. This has taught us that a lot of people still have challenges with seeking the adequate help they need when it comes to their health. But beyond screening and testing and educating, which is what we did today, we also connected with them. We listened to them, we heard their stories, and we've noted different ways we can show up better for them. One of the people that we screened came up to me and said, "You guys have done well, but we need more. We need more medications, we need more materials, we need more things." And you know, after all, there's only so much we can do. So I'm appealing to organizations to come into communities, fund the primary health care centers, do more outreaches. We're not just planning to do one intervention outreach, but we want to build a system where people are screened regularly, people's needs are met, and together there could be a lot of change. Health is a necessity, it's not a privilege. And I do hope that more and more people can pour into non-governmental organizations to get health screening possible for all.